The Las Vegas Raiders finalized their 53-man roster and practice squad for the 2025 NFL season, making calculated cuts and strategic additions that reveal a clear vision under head coach Pete Carroll and GM John Spytek. While some moves aligned with expectations, others, like the release of edge rusher Andre Carter, linebacker Amari Gainer, and defensive tackle Zach Carter, stunned fans, showing a ruthless focus on scheme fit over reputation or potential. The roster and depth chart exposed strengths at tight end and linebacker, vulnerabilities at offensive tackle, and a bold waiver claim in edge rusher Brennan Jackson. Whispers of a blockbuster trade inquiry for Micah Parsons signal ambition, while the practice squad blends veterans and developmental prospects. Here's a breakdown of the key moves, surprises, and what they mean for the Raiders' 2025 campaign, set against the chaotic backdrop of August 2025's transfer window and hip-hop drama. The Raiders' cuts underscored a philosophy of prioritizing players who align with Carroll's system. Andre Carter, despite flashing length and burst in preseason, was cut, his skill set deemed a mismatch for the defensive scheme. Amari Gainer, productive under former coordinator Patrick Graham, didn't fit the new vision and was let go. Zach Carter's release was the biggest shock. First-team reps in camp suggested trust, but inconsistent translation to game days led to his exit. Running back Sincere McCormick, a fan favorite for his toughness, was expendable in a crowded backfield featuring Ashton Jeanty, Zamir White, Raheem Mostert, and special teams ace Dylan Lobb. McCormick joined the San Francisco 49ers practice squad for a clearer path. Other cuts, including Jaw Joyner, Jarrett Hufford, Colin Johnson, Philip Dorsett, Dalton Wagner, and Terrell Edmonds, reinforced the message. Talent matters only if it fits the plan. The 53-man roster reveals clear priorities. The offensive line, particularly at tackle, is a glaring concern. Thayer Munford Jr. survived cuts but struggled in preseason, giving up pressures against backups. Facing elite rushers like Joey Bosa or Max Crosby could expose him, and the unit feels one injury from collapse. Conversely, the tight end group, Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, and Ian Thomas with Carter Runyon on the practice squad, is among the NFL's deepest, poised to anchor Carroll's offense. The running back room is balanced but unspectacular, with Jeanty and White as primary options, Mostert and Lobb adding depth. Wide receivers Trey Tucker, Jacoby Myers, Dante Thornton Jr., and Jack Beck form a solid core, bolstered by Amari Cooper's signing. Cooper, a 5-time Pro Bowler, brings veteran savvy and mentorship, particularly for Thornton's route running development, though he's not the elite separator he once was. Defensively, linebackers Cody Lindenberg, Jermaine Pratt, Devin White, and Jamal Adams shine with versatility and run-stopping grit. The defensive line hinges on Max Crosby, supported by Adam Butler, Jonah Lalu, Tyree Wilson, and Malcolm Kunsey, though Zach Carter's cut suggests confidence in this group. The secondary, with Q Blue Kelly and Darian Porter earning spots, via strong preseasons remains unproven. Safety Jeremy Chin offers range, but consistency is a question mark. The roster is top-heavy on the defensive line and strong at linebacker and tight end, but the offensive tackle spot could be a liability. The practice squad blends developmental upside and veteran stability. Notable omissions include 6th round pick Tommy Mellott, whose transition from quarterback to wide receiver stalled, and Andre Carter, whose preseason flashes weren't enough to secure a spot. Shedrick Jackson, Alex Bachman, and Justin Shorter provide receiver depth, while running back Chris Collier's vision and burst make him a breakout candidate. Safety. Terrell Edmonds, with quick recognition and tackling, could soon see game action. Offensive linemen Antonio Maffei and Dalton Wagner address tackle depth, and defensive additions like Laki Tassi, International Pathway Program, Trey Taylor, JT Woods, and Greedy Vance mix projects and potential call-ups. The squad reflects intentional choices, not just fillers, but the exclusion of Mellott and Carter shows the staff's willingness to move on from players they don't believe in. The Raiders' claim of edge rusher Brennan Jackson off waivers from the Rams is a shrewd move. A second-year player with 3 preseason sacks, Jackson brings length, strength, and leverage to a defense needing consistent pressure. His fit in Carroll's system, alongside Crosby and Coensey, strengthens the rotation and allows flexibility, like sliding Wilson inside on 3rd downs. On a rookie deal, Jackson offers upside and financial flexibility, a smart addition to a rebuilding defense. The Raiders' inquiry about Dallas Cowboys superstar Micah Parsons, though not imminent, signals bold ambition. Pairing Parsons with Crosby would create a nightmare pass rush duo, forcing opponents to rethink game plans. However, acquiring Parsons would demand significant draft capital and a massive contract, complicating the cap after Christian Wilkins' deal. The rumor reveals a front office unafraid to explore game-changing moves, even if they're long shots. This roster shakeup unfolds amid August 2025's chaos. In football, Chelsea's $40 million signing of Alejandro Garnacho and Tottenham's $51.8 million Xavi Simons deal rock the Premier League, while Newcastle's $85 million Nick Woltemade buy counters Alexander Isak's $130 million Liverpool push. AC Milan's $30-40 million grab of Christopher Nkunku and Barcelona's potential $90 million Fermin Lopez sale add fuel, per Fabrizio Romano. In hip-hop, Lil Meech's claim that Rick Ross scammed $120 million from the BMF empire, escalated by 50 Cent's jabs, mirrors the Raiders' bold, scrutinized moves. The Raiders' 2025 roster and practice squad reflect a disciplined vision. Fit trumps sentiment and calculated risks, like Jackson's claim and Parsons' inquiries, show ambition. Vulnerabilities at tackle loom large, but strengths at tight end and linebacker, plus Crosby's dominance, provide hope. Is this roster a playoff contender, or will its flaws derail it? Drop your thoughts below, comment Raider Nation if you're hyped, and hit subscribe for more.